What are the modalities in psychotherapy? Okay, so there are two aspects. No need to write down the notes. Write everything here. So the two aspects: cognitive, conscious mind; subcognitive, subconscious mind. Okay, cognitive behavior therapy, subcognitive behavior therapy. Right. So conscious cognitive behavior therapy. What is cognitive behavior therapy? Very simple. In a simple word, you are thinking wrong. You are having negative thoughts. You are having cognitive distortion. Right. In scientific word, psychological word, you are thinking negative thoughts. Right. You are associating negative. So you will stop thinking negative and start thinking positive. Yeah. Very good. Thank you, ma'am. You helped us. Right. So what you do, you tell the client that you are having cognitive distortions, you are having negative thoughts. So try to replace with the positive thoughts. Okay. To replace with the positive thoughts, now you need a lot of willpower, lot of motivation. So we provide them some tools. These tools are the worksheets. All of you will get access to those worksheets. Okay. That is one. But when you use these worksheets, you will realize that the client needs highly motivated, highly encouraged. And that's why even most of the books, they say cognitive behavior therapy is a gold standard. Perhaps someone who wrote cognitive behavior therapy, he started writing gold standard, so everyone started writing gold standard. Okay. But in actual practice, it is very difficult to apply. Okay. So when you apply cognitive behavior therapy, when you tell a client, okay, this is your assignment, this is your worksheet, you go and fill. The client will say, yes, ma'am, I will go, will not come back. Right. So you will lose the client, and client will lose a good counselor. Cognitive behavior therapy. Cognitive means conscious mind, thought process. Okay. So conscious mind, thought process, cognition is a word. Behavior therapy. Okay. So our thoughts, it reflects behavior. So the theory is that if you change your behavior, your thoughts will change. One aspect. Second aspect, if you are having negative thoughts, you change your negative thoughts to positive thoughts so that your behavior will change. Wow. Okay, very good. So that's why you need very motivated client. But all those people who are coming with emotional turbulence, hopeless people or with some hope remaining, anxiety, stress, depression, all those things, they are not motivated. They are not encouraged. They are not going to do anything you say, not a single worksheet. Okay. And that's why our dropout ratio is very high. So if you have the client who is ready to do that, that's good. If not, then you have a better thing for that: subconscious behavior therapy, subcognitive behavior therapy. Now, when you are working at a subconscious level, okay, you don't need clients' thought, you don't need clients' cooperation. Okay, you want client to sit, right? Then you tell client 2-3 instructions. What are the instructions we give the client? Now you will follow my instructions, you will follow my voice. You will not force your mind to think something. You will not force your mind to imagine something, visualize something. Okay, allow it to drift. So imagine sky, blue sky. There are clouds. Okay, so imagine that the clouds are drifting away slowly. Okay, allow them time. Do not blow the clouds. Do not exert. Right. Do not put your stress, your mental stress, your energy, or do not put your mind to make these clouds drift away, blow away. Okay. Your objective is clouds should drift, right? Understood till now? Right? So this is subconscious mind. Conscious is you blow the clouds. Cloud, go away. Seriously, get out. Right? So clouds are not going to blow away. Only thing will blow out is the candle. Okay. So that's how it is. That example is perfect. If you are having negative thoughts, if you are having emotional turbulence, you are having anxiety, stress, depression, and you say that, okay, blow out your negative thoughts, replace your negative thoughts with positive thoughts. It may work with a normal person, it may work with an encouraged and motivated person with a good willpower, but it may not work with the emotional turbulent client. The other word for emotional turbulence is psychological condition. Correct? So we use the safe and friendly word, emotional turbulence. right? So when you are working on subcognitive behavior, you tell the client two things. Number one, this method is completely safe. You will follow my voice. You will not force yourself. You will not exert your mind to imagine something. Okay. You will allow your mind to roam. Okay. If I speak something, your mind is thinking something, allow it. If I speak something, your mind is not able to imagine anything, allow it. If I speak something, your mind is following that, okay, allow it. Right? Your objective is to sit. Your objective is to listen to me. End. Okay. Now, what is the problem here? When we are asking the client to do this subconscious, okay, we are saying the client to allow your brain to roam free, follow my voice. So the brain is the brain. It's like a monkey. If you tell him not to think, it will start thinking, right? So it starts thinking, no, no, ma'am is saying I have to not think, I have to not, I will start exerting. What stupid. So that's how the brain works. That's how the cognitive function works, okay? Right? If you tell someone, stop thinking negative thoughts, okay, good, you have put the negative thoughts actually, right? Don't suspect your husband, he's a good person. There is a reason to suspect husband? Yeah, that she said suspect. Okay, so that's how cognitive function works. Okay, so everyone is laughing. Those who were laughing loudly, you know what is your story. Those who were not laughing, they know what is their story. Okay, hopeless. Huh. So, huh. So you have to remove the cognitive function. Okay. So how do you remove the cognitive functions? There are steps to do that. Okay. So there are two types of methodology for removing cognitive function. One is the longer method and another is a shorter method. Okay. In the longer method, there are a lot of side effects. Okay. So I will tell you longer method also, right? And I will teach you shorter method also. Okay. You will experience when you do some other course or maybe you yourself visited some psychotherapist or your client goes to another psychotherapist who is using the long method, there are a lot of side effects. One, it immediately causes depression, immediate effect. Then in medium to long term, it increases anxiety. And sometimes it leads to psychological havoc. Okay, it opens up your thing. The problem is that in the long road, how it works is that you ask the client to breathe, then you ask the client to repeat ABCD 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you ask the client to lock your joints. Okay, imagine your brain is locked, head is locked, face is locked, then neck is locked, body is locked, all the joints locked. Okay, then at the end you unlock all those things. So what is happening is 15 minutes it goes to go into tranquilizer, and 15 minutes it goes for coming out, right? Those who are doctors, they know this principle. Anesthesia, what is our principle? Quick in, quick out, right? Why there were more side effects in the previous days? Because general anesthesia was slowly induced, slow induction, okay, and slow coming out. Wrong, okay. That's why general anesthesia has a lot of side effects. Okay. Same in subcognitive behavior therapy or psychotherapy. If you follow the long route, okay, then slow induction, right? 15 minutes in and 15 minutes out. And middle therapy is only 10 minutes, right? Or 15 minutes. It's not good. Okay. It causes a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety to the client. And some unethical people, they do that because the client comes back to you again with that. But you will lose the market. You will lose your name. The client will say, no, madam, आपका ये करने के बाद हमको तकलीफ हो रहा है, right? After coming to your therapy, I'm feeling anxiety. So I will not come to you again. Client will say you directly. Okay, not good. So these people then give excuse. No, no, it is it's like homeopathy. If you have a cold, then we give cold medicines. So it increases the cold and it decreases. Hey, what stupid you are talking here? Okay, right? So you have appendix and you cut the intestine and they say, ki, nahi, intestine, after cutting intestine, you cut the appendix. Stupid. No, right? Don't fall for that. So have a completely ethical practice because you want the same client to come to you because the client is benefiting. You want to earn the money with a goodwill. right? You don't want to exploit people, and you want the client to send other people to you. Okay. Even if you lose the client, but the client will, after going 10 places, the client will come back to you, right? So follow the short method. In the short method, there is no reason you will lose the client, because the short method is very swift, quick in, long stay, quick out. Because you have long time, you can decide you want to stay inside 5 minutes or 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, right? Those who are old batch, they have experience. We had certain sessions wherein you stayed 30 minutes, 10 minutes, okay? But you always notice that I do quick out, right? We don't do slow, because quick out has zero side effect, okay? Zero, right? No anxiety, no stress, no depression, no flashbacks, okay? Now, this is the second part. So, third part, I mean. The first part is that you tell the client instructions that you will follow my voice, do not force yourself, allow your mind to roam. Second is, because the conscious mind of the client is going to interfere, you cut that conscious mind, right, by using certain techniques you will learn. Number three is that you will use the short route, quick in, quick out, very clear. Okay. Then number four, okay, is that now there are certain barriers. Okay. So what are those barriers? Simple anxiety. Okay. Simple stress. Lot of fast thoughts. Okay. So some people have train of thoughts. They are thinking, all the rubbish they think. Right. Right. There are some people who are overthinking. They are thinking of future. They are afraid. All those things. Okay. So you need to cut the train of thoughts. So you will use down the staircase technique to cut the thoughts. This technique you will use when you see a client who has this problem. Okay. Flight of thoughts. Correct. Train of thoughts. Flight of thoughts. Okay. And you will use when you want to cut the thoughts. Okay. Down the staircase is a very powerful technique, right? There are less powerful techniques which works with most of the client. Okay. Down the staircase also induces tranquilizer. So why this what we are learning? Long route and short route. These are tranquilizer methods. Okay. Now there are simple methods for down tranquilizer effect. One of the most effective is breathe. What is the problem with most of the emotional turbulent client? They are breathing shallow. They are breathing rapidly. Their heart rate is fast. Okay. Very easy to slow it down. Okay. You tell the client breathe 4 in, 4 out. Start with that. Number one. Number two, 3-5-2. Okay. You will learn that. Okay. So 3-5-2 is a very powerful breathing technique that itself stops your train of thoughts. It reduces anxiety. It reduces heartbeat. It increases depth of respiration. It reduces respiratory rate. Okay. 3-5-2. And 3-5-2 itself induces tranquilizer, right? Because it retains CO2, right? I will tell you now 3-5-2. Okay. Tranquilizer effect. Tranquilizer effect. Tranquilizer means like you blissful effect. When you take morphine, how you feel? The same effect we can feel with certain techniques. Okay. Without addiction problem. Okay. 3-5-2, you can do 5 times, 10 times. Okay. So if you're comfortable doing it, it means client is comfortable doing it. Okay. Now, uh, 4-4. Okay. Simple four breathing, 4 breathe out, breathe out. You explain the client while demonstrating also that you breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4. You breathe out 1, 2, 3, 4. When you breathe in with your stomach, right? You breathe in with your nose. Okay. Your stomach should come out when you breathe in. When you blow out, Then you will blow out with your mouth. Your stomach will go in. Okay. This itself, it reduces 50% of anxiety and stress. Okay. It neutralizes stress hormones. Okay. You do this for 10 times. Then take 1 or 2 minutes pause. You can talk to the client. Okay. You can tell, okay, you want to say something, right? So you will immediately hear, or you will immediately notice the difference in the tone of the client. Okay. The client has calmed down. You want to try this? 4 and 4, everyone? Okay. Sit down with your feet supported on something and back straight. Okay. When you breathe out slowly. Don't blow out the candle. Okay. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everyone together. Slowly now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We do 3, 5. You're already feeling relaxed. Very good. Okay. Your heart rate has decreased. So what it does is, okay, this simple 4, 4, it cuts your sympathetic system, right? Because of the stress, you are having stress hormones and that excites your sympathetic system. This sympathetic system acts on your heart, respiratory rate, everywhere, brain everywhere. Okay. So just 4 and 4, it cuts the sympathetic system, right? It neutralizes stress hormones. Okay. It activates vagus nerve. So vagus nerve reflects parasympathetic system. Okay. Maybe on one of the Monday we will have this topic, sympathetic and parasympathetic. That's a very basic topic, but we will have it. Okay. So now we do 3, 5, 2. So what are the benefits of 3, 5, 2? First, listen. Do not do that. Okay. First, listen. Breathe in 1, 2, 3 with your nose. Okay, and stomach should come out. Hold for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out for 2. Okay. What you're doing here, you're breathing 3, holding more, and breathing out less. Understood? What is happening is, so you are breathing more, holding more, and breathing out less. So what is happening is carbon dioxide is retained inside the lungs. Good. So this carbon dioxide gets absorbed to the blood. Then it goes to midbrain, right? Good. It induces relaxation. Okay. So don't do that foolish experiment that carbon dioxide is good for health. Okay. This is a controlled thing. Okay. Because our brain knows how much carbon dioxide each individual can tolerate. So you will retain till that. After that, you will stop doing 3, 5, 2. Okay. But we don't reach that level, never. So we always do 5 or 10 times. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Okay. I will give one demo. Then we will do all together. When you are doing 2, it has to be slow. Okay. And this everything we are doing with nose. Okay. Some clients who are not with comfortable with the nose, no problem. Mouth. Some clients who are not comfortable doing 3, 5, 2, no problem. Do 4 and 4 and then go to down the staircase. Right. So why we are doing 3, 5, 2? What is the objective? So number one objective, reduce the sympathetic system activity. Okay. Reduce the stress hormones. Excite the vagus nerve. Increase carbon dioxide function. Okay. In midbrain. Okay. Number 5, it has a tranquilizer effect. This is the most important for our psychotherapy things. Okay. So what we do, we go quick in, we stay there as long as we want, and we come out quick. This is good. Bad is you go slow in, stay inside very less or maybe more, and come out very slow. Okay. That is bad. Okay. This is not a scuba diving where you have to do slow and slow out. Okay. Right. This is tranquilizer. It is equivalent to anesthesia. Okay. When we do some of the techniques, you will realize that yes, sir, I cannot speak now. Okay. So those who are old batch already experienced. How many of you have experienced old batch? Please write down. You have experienced the tranquilizer. If you remember how many times, you can mention the times also. Write down the number. Many times. You had twice. Okay. You joined recently and still twice. Wow. Good. Good. Many times. Very good. Okay. Good. Good. Very good. Very good. So since you are doing revision with the second batch, you will experience more. And first time you have this effect. Then second time you have this tranquilizer effect. Then third time you reach a blissful effect. Okay. You don't know what is it, but you are happy inside your heart. You don't know what is the reason. Okay. And that becomes addictive. Okay. And that's why you want to attend this class, even if your exam is over, even if you have to attend church, even if you have to go somewhere else. Okay. This is a good addiction. Okay. P52. Okay. So it is a very powerful tranquilizer technique. Okay. But in some clients, it may not work. So who are those clients? So those clients are extremely anxious. Okay. Someone who had recent panic attack, someone who had so it 352 may not work if someone is extremely anxious, someone had recently panic attack for inducing tranquilizer, but it still works for calm effect. It still works for anti-stress. It works for exciting your parasympathetic system and reducing your sympathetic activity. Right. So 352 is very safe. You will use on most of your clients. Okay. And another barrier which 352 may not work is when client has a lot of thoughts going on, or there is some emotional barrier like guilt, shame, or something like that. Okay. So you may not be able to achieve the tranquilizer effect if someone is having guilt, shame, or something. Okay. So some emotional barrier. But even if tranquilizer doesn't work, it will still work to calm down the person. Okay, that is for sure. So at least 50% effect is there, right? Now you want to check how much percent effect is there. The 6 point number 6. Okay. So if you want to check how much effect is there, very easy. You ask the client when the client comes to you, or you start the therapy, or you start the talk, or you start 4-4. You ask the client, okay, so you identify that client is having anxiety. So how much rate you will give yourself for your anxiety? How much rating? Right? 10 is you have the highest anxiety, and 1 is you have the lowest anxiety. Okay, so client will say 10 or 8. Right? After the session, again you ask. You can ask after 352, or you can ask at the end of the complete session. How will you rate the your anxiety? So client if says less than 50% means earlier was 8, now it is 4 or 3. Good, succeed. Okay. So because next time when you meet the client tomorrow, so by the tomorrow the client will reach maybe 6 or 7 again, and then you can do again 50%. Okay. But if sometimes the client says, okay, before the start, it was 8, now it is, after the session, it is 6. Good, still improvement. Okay. But this improvement is not what we expected. So in this client, you will talk to the client more. Okay. Next day, you will have the session of talk, listening to the client, venting out. Client wants to say something. Okay. Because you cannot directly do therapy if there are some barriers. So what are those barriers? You will be able to identify if you listen to the client. Okay. Sometimes the client may say, earlier was 8, now is also 8. Okay. So it means there is no effect, right? So you explain the client. It means there are certain barriers. Okay. So we need to identify what are those barriers. Okay. So those barriers may be emotional barriers. Okay. You may have your guilt, shame, fear, anger, frustration, discontentment, unable to speak, not venting out. No one is there to listen to you, not feeling loved, not feeling accepted, all those things, right? Or you are going through so much stress or anxiety or such a high depression that you are not able to come back. So you will need more sessions with me. Okay. So with this particular client, you start with 2-3 sessions, listening, talking, asking questions. Okay. You understand the story so that you understand what are the emotional traumas. Okay. Number 7 component, how to identify the root cause of the emotional problem, will come that later. Okay. In some other class. I'll tell the client that I will identify emotional trauma, I will heal your emotional trauma. You tell that. Okay. Because you have to, client should come back to you next time. Okay. You have to tell that. And then every session, whenever you are listening, you restrict yourself to 3-4-4 and 3-5-2, 4-4, 3-5-2. End. Irrespective there is effect or not. Okay. By the time you reach 3 or 5th session, 3rd or 5th session, you will see that there is a good effect now started. Okay. Without using the technique. Okay. We have not reached the technique as of now. Because the client had so many barriers, we wanted to remove that barrier. Okay. And we wanted to listen to the client. So you do not do psychotherapy in the first session, never. Okay. First session is history taking, listening, understanding, rapport building, then making up a plan that this is I'm going to do for you. Okay. And then you do that. Right. Questions. If you have any questions till now, please ask. Then I will explain you 3-5-2. Okay, good. Sangeeta, you have read the book. Very good. You have made the notes also. Right. So in my counseling book, I have mentioned in some chapter that 4-4-6 is for stress, anxiety, anger, 4-4 for grief, it is 3-5-2. So good point. For anger, you cannot tell the client, if somebody is angry, you cannot tell them to hold your breath for 5 seconds. That is difficult. That's why you use simple ways 4-4, right? Because 4-4 itself also breaks your sympathetic system, it breaks your adrenaline, it breaks your anger. Okay, that's why we are doing 4-4. Otherwise, 3-5-2 is the best. Okay, now 4-4-6, it is to induce sleep. Okay, I tell you what we are doing in 4-4-6. Okay, 4 in, 4 hold, and 6 out means there is a negative carbon dioxide. Okay, the problem with 4-4-6 is that if someone has a migraine, it can induce migraine. 4-4-6. So you don't do 4-4-6 everyone. 3-5-2, 4-4, these are safe for everyone. Very clear. Okay. 4-4-6, it induces sleep. Okay. So my personal favorite is 3-5-2. Okay. Though in the book I have mentioned all the 3. Okay. Right. So Harsha, good point. So there are 2 aspects. If you tell the client to do on your own, then you are redundant. They will not come to you. Okay. Second aspect is that they will not do on own, right? They need help. They are not motivated people. They are anxious. Okay. They are depressed. They don't want to comb their hair. They don't want to get from the bed. They don't want to have a bath. They want to brush their teeth. They don't want to change their clothes from the gown to the proper cloth during the class. They don't want to do anything. They don't want to go outside. Yes, you understood. Who are you? Okay. So someone who has not combed their hair since 5 days, you know what is your diagnosis. Yes, it's a major depression. Go have a treatment. Okay. Okay. Someone who has not gone outside since 3 days or 5 days, it's okay. Not necessary. Not necessary that you have anxiety. Okay. Okay. That is your choice. But if you're not combing your hair, not changing your clothes, not having a brush, not having a bath, not getting up from the bed, okay, then you know, right? So this emotional turbulence people, when you actually get the psychology counseling clients, that time you will understand, Harsha, that they don't have motivation, they don't have will to cooperate or do anything. Okay. That's why they come to you. They are not listening to themselves, they are not listening to their parents, they are not listening to their employers. They get fired from their job. Question? Anyone else? Right. Pooja, we will learn those techniques. It's okay. So Usha is asking a very interesting and practical question. Some clients may not do the breathing properly. It's okay. You cannot force the client. Yeah, correct. We cannot do that, right? So what we do, we give instruction one time, two time, and okay, you don't want to spoil your mood, right? You're doing it for fun. Okay. So if client is not doing good, you say good. Good. If client is doing good, you say good. Okay. There are going to be people who are hopeless and they will remain hopeless, right? So your work is you try. At least 1% effect is still okay. No problem. Okay. Now, if children not doing breathing, that understood. So, but in my experience, children cooperate more than adults actually. So half the people, yes sir, yes sir. The adults in my house, they don't cooperate. Yeah, your adult understood what you are talking about, whom you are talking about. So Poonam, I understood. Now there are some clients who do not tell the history, they talk only about feeling. So, the problem with this client is that they don't have anyone to talk. Okay. They have rubbish inside. Okay. They want someone who will listen to their all the rubbish and bakwas. Okay. So you become that, right? You charge them money. You tell them, I will listen to all your bakwas, whatever you want to speak. Start, right? So one session feeling goes. Sometimes you ask the question, sometimes yeah. Okay, sometimes okay, sometimes you show them, yeah, okay. Then they want to have a confirmation that that other person is wrong and they are correct. My mother says this and she's so much wrong. My husband says this and he's so much wrong. My wife says this, he is so much wrong. So typical clients talk like this, okay. And my employer doesn't understand me. No one understands me. I understand you better. You talk to me. Okay. You talk to me daily. You pay me daily, and you talk to me. Right. So that's how you talk. Then you tell the client, okay, why do you feel this? Okay. So maybe one session you listen the complete bakwas with minimum question. The second session you start asking the client, okay, why do you feel this? Give me some examples. Right. What happened? When you ask the example, that becomes history. And okay. If you tell the client, okay, tell me your history, they are like, what history? I was born on this date. They will start from that day. Okay. You don't want that rubbish. So you ask examples. Okay. If you get a over smart client, okay, then it means that person is not a real client. That is a um, some competitor or some mischievous person trying to make trouble you. Okay. Right. Hmm. So typically, psychology clients are not over smart. They are sincere. Okay. They will feel hopeless. They will sound hopeless. You will feel that what hopeless person is this? But they are sincere at least. Okay. Right. But important is do not spoil your mood for them. Okay. Otherwise, you help someone and you fight with your husband at home. You shout at your children. Not good. Not good. So I have a very simple rule. If someone shouts at our home, I say that you shout at your workplace, go there. But speak. Anyone question? No questions? Okay. We do simple 3-5-2 today. So everyone understood what we were talking today? If you have a silly question or foolish question, ask. Because everyone has that silly or foolish question. But these average people, they are afraid to ask because they want to show that they are talented. But someone who's really talented, she will ask silly and simple question because she knows I'm talented, I'm good, I'm intelligent. Even if I ask silly question, I don't sound foolish, and I will sincerely answer that. So if you have simple, silly question, foolish question, don't be afraid to ask because these are good questions. Rapport building questions. Okay, difficult question. Okay, so rapport building we will see on Monday. There is a video by me, my dear Harsha, on my channel. Two videos, history taking, right? So when you are taking history, these are rapport building. In psychology clients, you don't need like ice breaking or something games or rapport. Nothing. Okay. Once the client pays the money, that is a rapport building. That is my definition here. Okay. So as soon as the money comes to account, it means the rapport has built. Good, my work is done. Now the therapy starts. Okay, one more rapport building question is there, Harsha. I will just for fun ask you. So my counselors, I don't ask nowadays. Earlier I used to ask that. My counselors are, if someone is like referred client, then these referred clients, they already know what is the fees they have to pay. Okay, either my counselor or me, right? Or if someone is like a direct call from some reference or something. So the first question my counselor will ask, are you comfortable paying fees? So that is our rapport question. Okay. If the answer is yes, then okay, we want to build rapport with you. If answer is no, hey, we don't want to build rapport with you. Okay. So rapport building is responsibility of the client, not us. Sir, when we teach for our children, some get dependent on us. How to have barrier of professional life? Okay, you cannot have actually, right? So on the day, it is natural for children to get attached to you. And it is good. It's good, right? Nothing wrong in that. You should remember the birthdays of those children. You can send them gifts. Okay. You should remember their names. And nothing wrong in that. Okay. What if the client is not ready for breathing and not for something else? Yeah, you ask the client, what do you want then? So something else means what? The client is suggesting Sangeeta, or you have given the menu option. Okay, क्या चाहिए? आलू भाजी, बैंगन भाजी, भरता क्या खाएंगे बताओ? झुमका भाकर. If you are doing like this, then the client is selecting, then you are wrong. Okay, right? If the client says, no, no, ma'am, I don't want to do breathing, I want to do swimming, then you say, very good, very good. Yeah. So go, jump from the window. Okay. Direct swimming you will do. Right? So that is not a real client. If someone is like, okay, those are mostly fake clients. Those who test you and they, okay. Real client, they do that. Huh. So someone may say, I have a breathing difficulty, I may not do. Okay, whatever you can do, you do it. Okay, right? They do it. Sometimes some clients are sincere and sometimes funny also. It's good. It's okay. Okay. Next, any other question? How to make a child talk to a counselor who is even scared by counselor session? He'd even get scared if someone even says, yeah, that is wrong, no? You should not be saying the client, hey, we will go to the doctor uncle and she will give you injection. If next time, if the child has fever, we'll never go to the doctor uncle. No? What stupid parent are you? Same is the parents are like, we will go to counselor because you are behaving like a mad person. I have learned counseling from NSCA. I can do the diagnosis. I have already diagnosed your father. He has schizophrenia. And I think you also have OCD, bipolar disorder, anxiety, and something, something. And because of both of you, I'm suffering from PTSD, right? Because now I'm the counselor, I can tell you. And that's why we need to go counselor. That is a wrong way to do it. Okay. The correct way to do it is you become a good parent if it is your child. I know Shalu is a good, okay, I'm talking in general. Okay, Shalu is very excellent parent. So I know why she's talking, because she has one client like this, right? One of the relative. So if it is a relative, then you can talk to her from a relative perspective. Okay. You can, okay, listen to her, maybe give her some techniques, or okay, do some techniques with her. Okay, don't act as a counselor with her. Okay. So Shalu has this client, she has told me a few days back. Now, if it is the parent calling you and saying that child doesn't want to talk to counselor, so say, I'm not a counselor, I am your child's Didi. Ask the child to talk to Didi or auntie or a new teacher or something, something, right? So good, done, right? You don't introduce yourself to the child that, hey, I'm counselor, huh? I will do you injection. Hey, stupid. You say that, yeah, you just say name. The client doesn't, the child doesn't want your designation, doesn't want your degree. The child doesn't want what you do, who are you. The child is open to talk to someone. Child wants to know your name. You call the child by the name. End of story, right? Best way to start with how is school, who is good, who is that, bad girl in your school, bad boy, bad teacher. Best part, okay, gossiping. If it is a girl child, the easiest way to start with the gossiping. Hey, that teacher I don't like. Then if she also, then you know the history, then the history comes out. Okay. So that's how I do. Good. She should do, because you are a good counselor. You are a good parent also, Shalu. Okay. I have sent you WhatsApp also on that. Okay. Another question? Okay. Now 3-5-2. Sit with your legs supported. I mean feet supported and back supported. Okay. Sit comfortably. Simple 4 and 4 we do first. When you breathe out with the nose in 4-4. In 3-5-2, you use only nose. Okay. In 4-4, you breathe out with your mouth. Breathe in with your nose and breathe out with your mouth. Whenever you breathe in, all the times, your stomach should come out. Okay. When you breathe out, stomach should go in. So you are doing diaphragmatic breathing. Okay. Everyone reset. Everyone stop. We do 3-5-2 now. So 1, 2, 3, when I count, you will breathe in. When I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you will hold. And slowly you will breathe out 1, 2. At the end, you are not emptying your lungs. Okay, you are retaining the air. You are retaining the carbon dioxide, creating positive carbon dioxide balance in the blood. Okay, so 3-5-2. Okay, reset, start. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Slowly now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Simple breathe in, breathe out. Are you feeling relaxed? Right? This itself reduces your thoughts. Okay. It decreases your heart rate. It decreases your respiratory rate, increases respiration depth. Okay. It brings oxygen to everywhere. Okay. Stops sympathetic system, activates vagus. Right. Very powerful. Right. Now, if you do more, plus one more thing, you get into tranquilizer. Right. What is that one more thing? We will do that next time. This plus one thing. Okay. What is vagus? So Vegas is the name of city in United States. So what we are learning today is Vegas, Wagus. Okay. So Vegas is a nerve, parasympathetic nerve. Okay. It controls the heart rate. It reduces the heart rate actually. Okay. It increases the depth of respiration. If you increase the depth of respiration, it gets activated. Okay. Right. So when Vegas is stimulated, you have increased depth of respiration. You have lower heart rate. Okay, heart calms down. Okay. Tomorrow, maybe I will try. If I take class tomorrow, we'll have sympathetic parasympathetic system. Okay. Any question till now? If you have basic question or any question, please ask. Don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Okay. If you ask difficult question, I will tell you to find your own answer. If you ask easy question, I will tell you the answer. So please ask easy, and I will give you very sincere answer. I will not laugh. I will not joke. Okay. Except the spelling mistakes. So Nitasha, very good. So probably this child knows you, and that's why she wants to talk to you, not her parents. So that's good. Very good. Now, after talking to the child, you are in dilemma what to tell the parent now, to hide or tell the truth. Okay. You tell the truth. But you tell the parent not to disclose to the child, otherwise child will not tell you. Okay. You cannot say that, no, the child has told me, I will not tell you. Hey, get out. They are the parents of the child. Vegas. Good. Parasympathetic. ADHD. 7-year-old child ADHD, wrong diagnosis. Okay. So there is a question, will this help with a 7-year-old child with ADHD? Okay. So I would like to see the report who has diagnosed, which test the scientist has used to do the diagnosis. What is the validity of the test? What is the sensitivity of this? What is the error 1 minus beta of the test? Okay. And then I will check whether the child has real ADHD. 7-year-old child diagnosed with ADHD, the meaning is only one, unethical counselor. Okay. A child is a child. Child is going to behave like a monkey. That doesn't make ADHD. Okay. There are ADHD people who sit very calm, very cool, but they have ADHD. Okay. There are people who are like extrovert, talking and moving. That doesn't make ADHD. So this so-called self-made counselors, they um, diagnose any child. Oh, child is moving so much, running around here, they are talking so much ADHD. What stupid? Get out. Okay, you will learn. Wait. So that is a part of psychotherapy program. You will learn in that. The present program. So CBT worksheets you will get. Question anyone? No question. If you're stressing your mind so much to ask a question that your facial expression is like that, question you are a blank here because after 352 you are not able to think anything. Okay, don't worry, it's okay. No, so there is no book for EWC, not EMC, and the book Sangeeta is talking about psychology counseling, which if you are going for exam you should read 2 times. So for EWC you have these classes plus you get worksheets. Okay, those worksheets you can choose to use. That helps. Some of the worksheets. Some of the worksheets are like for fancy things. Okay. Read 2 times before exam. August exam is there. Harsha, for you. Next, anyone else? Any question? Okay. Okay. Good. Enjoy. In the book you will learn, and in the class also you will learn, my dear. It is ADHD. ADHD. Ignore that as of now. You will learn it.